Woo! Welcome to the Flying Can Ranch in Athens, Texas. Real quick, before I go any further, the last thing I'm going to say about this, I did put a newer Winchester scope on the Norica Green Hunter underlever cocker. And with that result, getting about as good as I can. Where'd they go? Oh, here they are. Ah, you're a good dog. Do this when I don't cut my fingers open. Save that boy for last. I was getting kind of, whoops, turn around. From about, 45 yards off. I was getting this. And then I got this one here. They were kind of running around, but I cut a couple of holes. And this one was almost perfect. So no more to say about that. It is what it is. Tough trigger. It is. That's as good as I'm going to get with it. Say no more. 22 years with my company. Never have I ever lost an access card in my ID. But I did. Bigger life said I'm on top of the rental car. Had to get this hot sweater off. Completely forgot to get it off. Found where the glasses fell off. Never could find the ID. And then probably a week later, wish I could show you a picture. It's terrible. I literally buried my van in the back grass of one of the facilities that we were doing a job at. Ended up having to get a tow truck out. You can't make this stuff up. So, what I want to talk about today, and I need to get this paper out of my way real quick. I'll show you something on that as we get moving. Is the popping up here. The Hatsan Vetris .22 caliber. We'll show you down this side. This is a lever action. We'll go over all that. So we'll go over a few things. I won't put on my glasses and talk about this in a little detail. We'll make it quick and sweet. First of all, go down this way. Nice rubber butt pad. Come around here. Back up. Come down it. And get to this end. Flip it around. A little bit the same story. Get it up here. Somebody's saying, I don't see your face too much. Come around. You come around, and here you are. So, very fast. I like these glasses. Birth control glasses, what they used to call them in the military. Ain't nobody going to hook up with you ugly old glasses like that. Anyway, so this is the Hatsan Vetris. And this does come, it doesn't show it on the actual site. They just show it in the 22 and 25. But I believe you can have it in a 177, a 22, and a 25 caliber. So if we want to talk feet per second, if you get it in the 177, that would be 1,150 feet per second and or 29 foot-pounds of energy. If you get it in the 22, it's 1,000 feet per second, and that would be about 38 foot-pounds of energy. 25 caliber is 900 feet per second, but walks in at 40 feet or foot-pounds of energy. So that's what it is. The overall length of this gun is going to be 41.30. The barrel length is going to be 17.70. And the overall weight is 7.10 pounds. This is a 200 bar or 2900 max fill. It has a 165 cc air cylinder. The weaver on here is a weaver or 11 millimeter type mount. It has a manual safety. It comes with 2 mags, a single shot tray. I believe if you get it in the 22, it is 12 rounds. If you get it in the 177, it is 14 rounds. And if you get it in the 25, it is 10 rounds. Now, starting from the back to the front, we want to go over this mag in detail because I know it drives people crazy. You got a nice little padded buttstock, not really stippling, but it grips good. There is a little stippling here on this grip area, and then again up here in the front of the stock. As I said, this is a lever action, so once you pop that open, you can return it back. It has to be up inside. See these little ball bearings right there? It has to be all the way closed or it won't shoot. Now, coming on down the line, you notice that it has kind of a square barrel, you know, and then you have this so-called, what I call a muzzle brake on the end. Little clever thing there. Some people say it's a little loud. I didn't think it was all that loud. So to show you, let me set this down for a second. And I did not try these. I'm just going to let that know. I did not try these. It comes with a very interesting, these sights, like this. They fold down. This is the rear sight. And you can flip it up, and you have a fiber optic little peep sight there. And then with the front sight, you can flip it up like so. And you know, these just hook on the rail. They're very easy to get on and off. And then you have that right there, completely protected. Again, I haven't tried them. If I do try them and they work out, they ought to be all right. Now, on mine, I dropped a, I'll need this right this time. I dropped a Manus, and I believe that is a 3x9x40 AO. So you have an adjustment here, an adjustment here, and then your AO up there. Does not come with a gun. I added it. You're gonna need high mounts for this gun, and I'm gonna show you why in a minute. Now, down here is where your fill probe goes. And to show you something, I hope I don't knock it out and drop it on the floor. This will be your fill probe, comes with it. And inside there is a little plastic plug. And we're going to put the fill probe in, and we're going to press, and we're going to press, and we're going to press. Let's see if I can reach around there and pop there. Do not lose this plug. I lost the one to my Hydra, and I'll get a replacement. But your fill probe will go in like so. Now, when I got this, the fill probe did not have the O-rings, so I put some O-rings on it. But I actually used the same fill probe that came with the Hatsan to charge it. So let me put all this back together so I don't lose it. Thank you. Your fill gauge is right here on the bottom. I forgot to look up exactly how you degas this thing, but you can degas it. And then if we come to this side, there's a little, where am I at here, so I make sure I don't get you wrong. Right here by the trigger is a safety. It's a manual safety. So we can come back toward you. It is safe. Push it away from you. You are in fire mode. We're going to put it back in safe for the time being. And that's your gun. Now, what comes with the gun also is, set that down here for just a second. You're going to get a bag somewhere here that, well, it's got a wrench, it's got all kinds of little O-rings in it. And then you have your magazine or your single shot tray. And you know what? I'm a booger butt. I may have forgot something. Give me 1 second. I swear, I do it every time. Hold on. Let's see if I got one back here. Hold on. Just wait. Okay, yeah. This wouldn't be one of my videos if I didn't do this. Now this will be your single shot tray that comes with it. But before we go any further, I want to show you something. A lot of people get confused with these. They're the same way in the Hatsan. They're the same. Some are aluminum. Some are a higher shot count. Some are lower shot count. But I'm going to show you how to load this mag because I know a lot of people get confused by it. And if you go by, let's set this right here if it doesn't run off. If you go by the way it tells you in this book, right here, it can be very confusing, you know. And the reason I say this, I've experimented with this. And so I had a friend of mine call me one time, and he couldn't figure it out. So we kind of got on a video chat, and I walked him through it. Two sides of this magazine. There is the clear side, and there is this side. Now, before I show you how to load this magazine, I want to show you something. When you put the magazine into the gun, make sure your fill probe's out of the way. And this is why you're going to need your high scope mounts. This is going to be inserted from the right side, and you're going to line it up. And it's a little tricky for me in this darkness here. Hopefully I've got it just right. I think I do. Click, it's in. But you'll note I can't close this. And I'm going to show you why in a minute. Because it's going to be a booger. There it is. What has happened here is the magazine is empty. And you're going to be in this flat spot. So your probe isn't going to go through the flat spot. Now to load this magazine, and this magazine will only go in one way. You can see that little groove right here. And that groove has got to meet with, it's going to be hard to see, that little groove right there. Up in there. Like I said, it has to go through the right side. You want the clear side facing you and the black side facing forward because that's the direction the pellet's going to come out. So to make you understand how to load this, because like I said, I know some people I've had problems with them. With it toward you, like so. You're going to turn this counterclockwise and you're going to feel some tension. And they're kind of all the way around, and it can be a little confusing. Stop. You're going to take your first pellet. Where am I at here? And you're going to put it skirt down, nose up, into that hole. Just like that. And then stop. Now you're going to flip it over, and now you're going to start going a little clockwise. And I'll try to hold it like this till you get to the next spot, and we're going to drop a pellet in, nose down, like so. Now you'll see that little blank spot I was talking about, here's a pellet, and here's a pellet. Here's your blank spot. That's what stops your thing from coming forward. So we're going to come around to the next one. This one holds, I believe, 12. We've got that. Nose down. We're going to go to the next one. We're going to line that up a little better than I just did. And we're going to drop it nose down. So that's 4. Nose down again. That's 5. Nose down again right here. Speed that up a little bit. And I don't think I got that completely where I need it to be. Hold on a second. You dirty dog. There it went. And we're going to come over here. And we're going to go nose down again. And they won't fall out the bottom. Don't worry about that. You don't have to hold your finger underneath it like some of them. Nose down again. Well, let's just lined up. We're going to go nose down again. And we're going to use this mag for the shooting review. I'm going to move it over here. Drop it nose down again. And we're going to come over here. And we're going to drop it nose down. We got one more to go. Like so. We'll drop it nose down again and then circulate that all the way around. Because now you're going clockwise and line it up. And then when you insert it into the gun, like this. So you want the black side going forward into the groove and the clear side facing toward you. We're not going to put this in here for the time being. So now, single shot tray. Looks like that. We're going to use the same groove, but in my case, I want the opposite direction because you cannot go the other direction. You're going to go in from the left side. So now we got to make sure our lever is back. We put our single shot in tray in this way. Let me back off again. And again, that grooves right up here. And then you're going to push it. Click. Now it's in. And you should be able to load it single shot. So during the initial review, I'll be using the single shot tray because I'm going to try a variety of different pellets. But that's pretty much how the whole contraption works. And I am, very impressed with this gun so far. I don't know if there's much else I can tell you about it. But you understand why you need the higher scope mount. Because like I said, when you come to put this in, we'll take the dry one. And you open this puppy up. And I get this mag stuck in there. And it can be it's a little challenging. Maybe I'm just challenged, I don't know. Oh, silly man, you have to take the single shot tray out first. We're going to lay that right there. Okay. Space Cadet, Space Cadet. So when you get this in, and am I up all the way, or? I think I am. I don't have a lot of clearance between that mag and my scope. Right there is what I got. So you've got to have at least a 1-inch high scope rings. I believe I used Mana scope rings on this one because they came with, well, they didn't come with a scope, but that's what I put on it. But you can see why you need to have the high scope rings if you're going to use the mag. because I just barely cleared that. You know, I probably got, you know, not very much. So I wanted to make you aware of that. So if you're in the low mounts, you're not going to do too well. So we're going to put this back down here. We're going to put this back in here so we don't lose anything. We'll close this up. It's on safe. So I want to share that with you about the scope rings and all that. I'm not going to blast this off in the garage right now. It's a little loud, but it's not as loud as I thought it would be. So let me put together a shooting review. So we're going to start off with a single shot tray in play. In fact, I'm going to put that back in right now so I don't lose it, because that's when my brain has been working as of late. I'm telling you, it's crazy. But I don't know. I guess you could say when one door closes, another door opens. And, oh, get up in there. There it went. That looks about right. There. So I'll leave the single shot tray in it. I'll try a variety of pellets, and then we will go from there. So I actually thought about getting that the little real small, what is it, Hatsan sortie, but they're really made for left hand only. I don't know if buck rail makes a different grip for it or not, but you'd really have to disassemble it, put it on it, because it's molded. And I'm left-handed with a rifle, so at any rate, I mean, it is what it is. I guess I could pull the stock off or whatever and shoot it like a pistol, but I opted to get this one instead. Now this does have a 2-stage addressable, what do they call it, that Quanto trigger. We'll see how it latched out. The trigger does appear to be, I don't know, metal. This piece down here is your composite. Very sturdy stock, and it's very comfortable. And this, when you're in the grip, man, it just goes right in for me. Raise my head up a little bit. Very comfortable. I like it. So we'll put together a shooting review and get this one loaded up. I'm using my cheapy round smoker for the first time, so I'm trying to do that, this, and then I have something else I want to talk about later on today if I don't run out of time or the sun gets me or something. And we'll work with that. And maybe, I don't know, later on. We're getting a lot of rain next week, so I'll probably have to wait till next weekend before I do anything else. So that's how we do it at the Flying Can Ranch in Athens, Texas. We will see you in a little bit. Later.